Okay, this is Excel lesson, chapter 2, lesson 12, page 496. Student file eTry 12, creating an Excel tables. Creating Excel tables. Okay, the goal of this lesson is to create an Excel table by clicking in a range of data that includes headings for every month, and then using the table button in the tables group of the Insert tab. Let's start with step number 5. We will click on B7 to select it. Okay, here's B7. Notice that we can click anywhere in this range over here, but we'll just instructions are saying B7. And then in step number 6, we're going to click the Insert tab and then the Table button. Here's the Insert tab, and there's the Table button. Okay. Then the table Create Table dialog box appears, suggesting the correct range as the data range for the table. Once we see that, we click OK, and Excel automatically creates a a table. Because the selected cell is in a range of data that has column header labels, Excel can identify the proper range for the table. Otherwise, you can drag to select the desired range. For instance, if I wanted more, I could just come over here and drag this over to select more of a range. But I can, since this is the correct, I'll just leave it right there. Alright, in step number 8, on the Table Tools Design tab in the Table Styles group, we're going to click the More button. Okay, here's the table style options, here's the table styles, and here's the More options. Okay, and we're going to look for medium 7 under the medium in the gallery. So there's medium, here's medium 1, medium 2 is already the default, 3, 4, notice as I'm moving, these are live views, 5, 6, and here we find medium 7. Okay, that's step number 8, medium 7. And then step number 9, we will click cell F5 to select it. So now we are here in F5. Being careful that it's not here. This is F4, this is F5. How do we know? 2 places. We can look at the name box over here, and we can also see highlighted the F heading here and the 5 over here as well. Okay, so now we go to step number 10. Let's move this image and send it back so we can see step number 10. Alright, in this step we're still in F5. We will type the following the following formula. Let me move this down out of the way so we can have space to see this. Okay, and just like it says over here, so let's see, it says equal, and then we have the square bracket. The square bracket is located in the right next to the P, like this, and then we just write gallons space run space 1, and then close the close. I forgot we don't need a shift for that one. Okay, then we close it, and notice that it has highlighted all of the gallons run 1 from right over here. Now we could have done it this other way as well. For instance, all I had to do after hitting the equal and the bracket, I could have just gone over here and selected, oops, sorry about that. Actually, it's not allowing me to select it that way, so we have to go ahead and write it, gallons run 1, close the bracket. Okay, and selected it over there, and then we write the plus sign. Okay, start with the bracket and then write the next one, gallons run 2, and then close that bracket. Okay, notice how it has the same color from here in the second row. In the next we have, we'll write the plus parentheses, and we copy the last one. gallons, run 3, we close the brackets. Then we press enter. Okay, notice that Excel automatically added an extra column. Okay, we're right over here. Excel automatically adds a new column to the table and copies the formula with structured references in the whole column. And structured references are these over here, structured references. Okay, meaning that you don't see the name of the cell up here. It's the name actually of the headers over here, gallons, runs 1, 2, and 3. Okay, in step number 11, we will we'll press Control Z 3 times to undo the new column to try a different method. So Control once, Control twice, and one more Control Z. That takes care of all of that. We could have also clicked the undo 3 times, which is also the same as Control Z. Okay. Now with cell F5 still selected, we're going to click the Home and then the Sum button. That's what I was looking for. Okay. So we'll click in the Home tab. This is the Home tab, and here is the Auto Sum. When you click it, notice that it recognizes the entire range. Okay. And then we just press enter to verify that's what we want, and it put exactly the same thing that we did when we were typing it all at once. This method also creates a formula with structured references and adds a new column to the table. In step number 13, we will change the entry in cell F4 to gallons total. So we come up here, okay, and we'll change this from gallons run 4, and we'll just put gallons total, enter. To see the entire entry up here, we can just come over here and double click right here, and that will automatically expand the width over here. Now we can see the whole full title that says gallons total. Okay, now we're in step number 14. We will click Table Tools Design right over here, and we will let's click this, and then we'll click in over here where it says Total Row. Notice that Excel has now inserted a new row over here with the totals right in there. Okay, now we're at step number 15. We're going to change the entry in cell A16 to averages. So we come over here to A16 and change this word to averages. Okay, and then we're going to, on step number 16, we're going to go to F16. Okay, and click on the down arrow and click none. Okay, notice the down arrow over here, and we will select none. There we go. Perfect. In step number 17, we will click C16 and click the down arrow button and click average. So here's C16. Here's the down arrow button, and now we'll click average right there. Very good. All right. Let's move this up a little bit so we can see the rest. All right. So now in step number 18, we will add average calculations for cells D16 and E16. So let's go to D16, okay, and do the same thing. Average over here, and do the same thing over here in E16. Drop down and do average right there. Excellent. All right. So now, actually, we could have, according to step number 19, we could have just dragged that over from to C16 and E16 like this. Let me just delete those two, and we could have also dragged that right over here like that, and it's the same thing. That's what step number 19 is. As you can see, two different ways to do this. And step number 20, on the Home tab, we'll click the dialog box launcher for the number group. Okay. Here's the number group. Okay, and make sure that we select In the Format Cells dialog box, we're going to click the Number tab if necessary. And in the category list, we're going to click Number and reduce the decimal places entry to 0. So we come over here, click on Number, and in this area, in the decimal places, we'll just click here until it says 0, and then we will click OK. And you will see all these numbers over here now become whole numbers with no decimals. Very good. Next, we finished step 21, and that concludes the E-Try 12 creating an Excel tables.